How about now? Can you hear me now? That should be working. I forgot to set one setting. James, looks like you're the only one in chat, so I'm hoping you can hear me now. Cool. All right, we're good. Well, welcome everybody. If you don't know me, I am Base Case, Casey, either one. I'm floating around a lot of different communities, and I also now work for Haiku, and I'm doing a series this week where I am streaming and playing games for a fundraiser challenge for Stop Soldier Suicide. And as part of that, I decided to go ahead and play through World of Haiku, start to finish. So, those of you that are actually here in chat, thank you for joining me. Big shout out to Jerry and Simply Cyber for giving me a shout out for streaming today. First time streaming on my own, so bear with me. Let's get this kicked off. Starting a new game. And I will, as much as possible, read the text on screen just in case it's too small for other people to read. So those of you who are not aware of what World of Haiku is, World of Haiku is a cybersecurity education game. It's for training, getting people from zero to hero by playing a game. So let's go ahead and get started. We see a message here from Gungnir. Look, Base Case, don't freak out. I'm Gungnir, head honcho of the Cybermancers, but more on that later. You and I met many moons ago when you were still too young to remember. It has recently come to my attention of the Cybermancers that the terrorist faction known as Agent 21 have taken an interest in your whereabouts. I'm here to intervene. Come with me if you want to live. Just kidding, it's not really that serious yet. But yeah, we need to get you out of here, muy pronto. Walk with me now, we'll talk on the way. Sorceress, our master infiltrator and strategist for the Cybermancers, has been MIA for days. She was on assignment at one of the A21 neural net substations when she disappeared. I feel terrible and I'm really worried. I'm the one who sent her to retrieve the cyber artifact known as the Zion Key. The last thing she said to me was, "You need to find the ghosts." Then the comms were cut. We need to figure out what she meant. If she's still active, she would have tried to send a message to someone outside our known network. A21 agents were suddenly on their way to nab you, so I have a good reason to believe your Neuralink holds that message. Would you mind checking? Get anything random in the last 24 hours? So we have some kind of message here from sorceress@gcorp.com. It's an IP address and what looks like maybe a username and password. Ah, I knew it! Finally, some good news. We can work with this. So I know this is overwhelming and you didn't exactly roll out of bed this morning thinking, what kind of random security breaches can I find and fend off today with the help of a really well-muscled Cybermancer? But I will just naturally assume from your silence and the fact that you've walked with me this far that you're in. It's time for a crash course in hacking the grid using Linux. You will engage the opposition utilizing the same skills as hackers in the 20th century. You see, after the great crash of 41, Cybermancers reverted to using old school Linux systems. It offered a type of cloak through antiquated systems access. The newer AIs and terrorist factions had trouble recognizing it, and this rendered them vulnerable. You're going to need these skills to stay safe out there, so it's on me to find the fastest path to complete your education. In no time at all, you'll be capable enough to navigate the grid and help us out of this mess. Stick with me, and I promise you'll come out of this just fine. Let's get into it. See that blank space with the blinking cursor on it? On the right side of the screen? That's called the CLI, Command Line Interface. Every command you type here will always be case sensitive, so be sure to double check your spelling, spacing, and capitalization when typing the commands. First, let's enter PWD into the terminal to see where you are in your file system. PWD stands for Print Working Directory. There we go. Great. Want to see what's here? Type ls into the terminal to see a list of all files within your folder. ls stands for list. Now we have a list of what's in the directory. See that folder called applications? To access that, type cd applications into the CLI. cd stands for change directory. Be sure to capitalize the A in applications. Good job. Now type ls to see if we've got anything in here. A bunch of tools, but nothing we can use right now. Let's go back. Type cd ... to go back to the previous directory. And I'll note here, they didn't note it in the game, but for anyone who wasn't aware, you can add more dots to go further and further back in the directory. Now you know how to move around. Don't forget, it's always, where am I? What's here? Where can I go? Here's a shortcut called Tab Complete. All the cool skids use it. Let's navigate to your Documents directory using the cd command, but just type cd doc and then hit the tab key. I'm so glad that they added this in. Those of you who may have played when it released, it didn't have tab complete, which was a real annoyance for those of us who are familiar with the command line. Boom. Nice, right? Now type pwd to make sure you're in the Documents directory. And that we are. Great work. Type ls to list all the files in your Documents directory. Hey, got something here. Looks like we got a file in your Documents directory. To read what is on the file, type cat into the name of the file and then the name of the file, personadata.data, or data, depending on what you like, GIF, GIF. If you're wondering, cat stands for concatenate. That means to read. And I'm going to tab complete. Need to reference these commands? Type man and then the commander tool name, where man stands for manual. The manual keeps track of every command and how to use every cyber tool you come across. Let's try it now. Type man cd. You will find the manual to be an invaluable resource. Do not hesitate to use it. Despite my decades of skill, I never travel the grid without it. There we can see our different man pages. Along the way, you will be awarded with badges that show off your proficiency and progress. These will be collected for you in the Backpack tab of your Achievements app, also found in the top taskbar. Go ahead and check out your app. Let me go ahead and also note that I am running a dev beta version of the game. I'm not sure if this is in the current version, production version or not, but there we go. All right, so there's our notes. Let's go ahead and leave that open because I will always use notes. Excellent work. Now you have the tools to navigate the grid. I'm sending our AI assistant, Rascal, to work with you. I'm investigating new data that's come in, and I've given instructions to Rascal to guide you on your first reconnaissance job. Good luck on the grid. Mission complete. First mission. So I'm going to stop there for a second, see if anyone has any questions or comments before we jump into the next one. I'm not even totally sure how many people are here right now. All right. If we got nothing going on, then I will go ahead and move on to the next mission. Hello there, Base Case. I am Rascal. Yeah, this is the easy part. Robotic Artificial Sentience Cyber Ally at your service. I've been instructed to guide you on your first recon mission. Exciting! I've located and hacked into the G-Corp network, the origin of the message from Sorceress. You can see what username and device we're logged in as by typing, "Who am I?" Let's see. I guess we'll put that there. We need you to navigate through the workstations to find the following 5 items: the owner of the G-Corp domain, the owner's email address, the website's server address, the date when the website was registered, the organization that owns the website. You will encounter file or directory names with spaces. When that happens, you will need to put them in quotations. Let's try it out. First, navigate to the Documents directory using CD and then directory as the variable. Now you'll need to list the files using ls. Great, I see a file with a space. It's called housetasks.xml. When we use cat on this file, we'll need to use quotation marks around the file name. Cat, quote, somefile.extension, where somefile.extension is housetasks.xml. Cat. It's a capital. There we go. Tasks.xml. End quote. Hey, there we go. And it's a to-do list. Good job. If you're unsure how the cat command works, check your manual by typing man command where cat is the command. Now use your navigating skills, CD, PWD, LS, and cat to find those 5 items. All right, let's see what we have here. LS. So I'm just going to start from the top. So cat. Almost forgot my quotation marks. Contact email.txt. Oh, we got something. What do we find? Sweet. Gungnir can use that email address, info@gcorp.com, to find the owner of Gcorp. Oh, there you go, general contact. And then a few different email addresses. Okay, let's go ahead and cat. We got dashes, so I can just go ahead and tab complete that one. Let's see, anything interesting here? Criminal gang activity has been everywhere lately. Almost everyone knows someone who lost their job, home, or went bankrupt. We hear about more and more break-ins and hacks every week. When will this stop? The four seem to be taking action and coming up with stricter laws and curfews. Bianca. Okay. Cat. We already did house tasks, so let's look at the workout log. What is it? That might be a capital W. Hey, there we go. That's why. Workout log. Okay. Nothing important there. Let's see. Okay, let's go back up a directory to see what we have on the main. All right, we were just in documents. Let's go ahead and go into downloads and see what we can find. LS. Banana bread recipe. I'm interested. Let's do it. Now, I wonder if anyone has actually made this recipe to make sure that it's actually a legit banana bread recipe. I'll have to ask somebody about that. It looks legit. Okay, let's go back to important things. Domain registration invoice. That looks important. Love that tab complete throws the end quotes on there for us too. Domain agent, RoboDaddy domains, registration date, expiration date, registered user, G Corp subsidiaries. All right. Rascal says, yes, with that registration date, the Cybermancers can narrow down their search for the G Corp owner. Nice. Nice finds. Let's check out another workstation for more information. Don't forget, you can type "Who am I" to see what username and device we are currently logged in as. You can also generally check CLI, but that's fine. We are B. Hampton. All right. I think we're just going to go ahead and LS and start seeing what we can find. CD documents. And let me make sure that nobody's yelling at me anywhere. Doesn't look like anyone's yelling at me. Good. All right, let's see what we have in the documents folder. Some date and then monthly budget. Let's concatenate the December 3rd, 2038. Everyone is part of the neural computer interface now. It doesn't feel safe. What happened to personal privacy? The systems collect so many data points on us that the new AI bots really seem to display self-awareness. Just yesterday, the news mentioned an AI bot requesting to change its registered name to better represent its inner conscious, which is separate from its core algorithm. Is no one else concerned with where we are trending? Bobby. All right. AI coming to get everybody. Monthly budget. Let's see. Anything interesting here? No, it just looks like a personal budget. All right, let's go up a directory. Let's check downloads again for this user. LS. ACAN report. All right, let's see what that has to say. Enterprise response to cyber risks in 2049. That's just the title page. Okay. Now let's go ahead and concatenate the server details. Hey. Let's read it. Let's read it before we read Rascal's notes there. Server details, domain, host name. There's an IP address. That might be helpful. I'll close my notes for now. It's online. There's a version. Users are hidden. Locations hidden. Registered by JO and registered since. Okay. JO seems like an alias. Maybe Gungnir has more information on that. It looks like there's one more workstation available. Let's go check it out. Okay, I guess we were done on that workstation. Who am I? We are Ellum Johnson, or Ella M. Johnson. Could be Ella M. LS. Let us go into documents again. I like to just start at the top and work my way down. Declaration of ownership. I wonder if that will tell us who owns the domain. And Ella Johnson, legal procuration for G Corp subsidiaries, hereby state that the following statement is true. The gcorp.com domain is wholly owned by G Corp subsidiaries with all rights and legal responsibilities included. Nice. With the name of the organization that owns G Corp, the Cybermancers won't have any trouble finding the real owner. Cool. So let's CD up again and check out our downloads. I like to LS pretty frequently. Just helps me keep track of what I've already opened and what I still have to open. My diary and saved emails. Let's check my diary. Oh, those are directories. Helps if I tend to read the rest of the information and not just assume that we're dealing with files like we have been before. Well, let's go into the My Diary directory. There's a lot of files there. Let's do it. PR. I remember the days when I was first excited about fast internet. Now I'm excited if I can find enough food for the week. Last year I lost my home. This year I live in the middle of the country. And we're having a massive food shortage. You would think all the hurricanes happening would bring water, but apparently it's an indication of drought. And we have no water, meaning no food. I'm sick and tired of canned tuna, and yet I'm relieved every time I find some. My home in Fort Bragg was destroyed in some freak coastal storm. Actually, most of Mendocino County is unlivable at the moment. There's so much flooding happening in the city that homes are getting wrecked, stores are destroyed, kids can't safely go to school. It's ridiculous. Insurance doesn't even cover the damage to our house. How ridiculous is that? I don't know. I'm in a state of shock. We should have known this was going to happen. I heard that most of the East Coast's coastal cities are unlivable now as well. I just thought it was an Atlantic Ocean thing. I didn't think it would affect me as well. What the frickle nits am I supposed to do now? That's a good one. Let's see. I do not need a hint. Hinta. I'm just taking my time. Alright, I'm going to go a little faster through these. Let's see. Florida's evacuated. Even Florida man can't survive out there. East Coast cities, highlight for evacuations. Glad I live in sunny California. Craving some pizza. Writing journal later. That was July. Let's check. Let's go ahead and check June. You know what? Let's go ahead and go back. I have a feeling we're not going to find too much interesting there. And I may find out that I'm wrong. So we'll see. Let's go into the saved emails directory. Let's check inbox. I don't yet have the, no I don't, okay. No. Case sensitive, Casey, case sensitive. There we go. Domain transfer complete. That sounds promising. Request to transfer gcorp.com to a new host server has been successfully completed. Your domain is now being hosted on domains.euro7.gov. You can now modify your domain contact information and name server settings through your new domain manager. How curious. Domains.euro7.gov. The owner must be associated with Euro 7. Very interesting. Well done, base case. Gungnir is sending us a mission update now. Good work so far. I have a few more tasks for you. There's chatter on the grid about something called the Zion key, so try to find data on that. Also, G-Corp is working on a tech called the File Explorer Activator. See if you can find information on that project as well. Okay, you heard the marching orders from Gungnir. We need to explore the G-Corp network a bit more. Let me inspect Sorceress's message. I wonder if she gave you access to a ghost server. It's like a hidden or abandoned server on a network. An IP address is a unique numerical code assigned to a specific device on a network. This means Sorceress is guiding you to a specific device. So here we can see Rascal automatically SSH'd us. Sorceress at the IP address, put in the password that she sent. That's it. I used the username and password she sent you and got us into a ghost server. Navigate through this server and see what information you can find. Let's start with LS. All right, let's go to, I want to go to downloads first. I want to try and find the, there is nothing in downloads. All right. I want to try and find the File Explorer to make things much easier for us. Let's go into Systems. Applications. Hey, that's helpful. That sounds promising. Hey, we got File Explorer. Oh, that makes navigating so much easier. Now we're in the Applications directory. Try moving up a directory by using the up arrow. This is the same as the CD ... Ooh. I'm sure this was a typo because of ending a sentence, but there's 3 dots there. I'll have to make note of that. Let's go up. There we go. Now we can double click documents. It's the same as executing CD documents. Intercepted emails. See the files listed out for you? Similar to LS, wouldn't you say? Try double clicking on the file called acquiring source O email to read it. This is the same action as cat file name. Good job. You can use both the File Explorer and the terminal commands to navigate through the grid. So let's see. An email from Kunwu. Nix is unreliable. One moment the task is being completed. The next we have 3 people dead because they looked at Nix. While efficient, I do not want to work with Nix. This is a quiet operation. Go in, obtain source 0, come out. We cannot alert the Cybermancers in any way. See Spider. Go ahead and move the File Explorer over here. So we're looking for a file with the Agenda 21 and dealers' IP addresses, and then we're looking for the Zion key. Deal with the dealers. At this point, money's no object. Running these attacks in tandem will make our plan all the more devastating and lower the odds the horsemen could be stopped. Ensure the dealers are paid in a timely manner so that we are not losing any time. You should now have access to sufficient funds to complete payment. Also, ensure we provide them with the horseman virus. They should already be done researching the vulnerabilities of our targets. Looking forward to your work. Okay. Catalyst. After discussing your payment negotiations, we've agreed to your proposed sum of bit cred. I will be sending over the invoice and transfer details shortly. With a substantial increase in pay, we are expecting a swift execution of the horseman viruses and 0 hiccups. Viruses. That sounds like multiple. I will be expecting your reports on the megacorps to be sent over as soon as payment has been received. Please make sure payment is routed from this IP address. Oh, there's an IP address. Let's go ahead and where are my notes? Add a new note. Very important to save IP addresses. Okay. There we go. Just like in a real engagement, make sure you are taking detailed notes, because Rascal doesn't always keep track of it. You can't always find your chat later. Okay. Let's see. Is that 145, 145? Oh, see, they did save that one for us, but we also made sure to save it too. The new invoice amount is fine for us. We can wire over the funds on a rolling deliverable basis and send over the first portion once we have the infiltration reports and credentials. After the cyber attacks are launched, we will send the remainder. So then there's an IP address, cyber attack OGI, cyber attack ABM, reports and credentials. Oh, there's the other IP address for the dealers. Perfect. Go away, Hinta. I do not need a hint. All right, those IP addresses look important. This looks like a promising money trail we can follow. Let's close notes for now. Go up, go up. Let's look at... Did we look in the trash yet? I don't think we looked in the trash. Oh, hey, there's the Zion key. The Zion key, definitely significant. I'm going to copy this into your applications folder. Holy, there's going to be some major cyber attacks, and it's clear you're caught up in the crossfire. We need to tell Gungner immediately. I'm sending this info to him now. Well done. You found 2 important IP addresses for us to investigate. Let's find out who is getting paid. I'll send you help along the way. The next step now is to infiltrate one of the dealers' networks. The dealers are an organization of hackers on the net who know how to get things done. They are deal makers, middlemen, fences, smugglers, and information brokers. They are intimately connected to the pulse of in cyberspace with contacts in circles high and low, reputable and deplorable. Many members operate either exclusively with the Cybermancers or Agenda 21. But many are free agents and deal with the highest bidder. Dealers operate from purity levels 2 to 4. Let's do this, base case. Mission complete. All right. So how are we doing? Finished the second mission. Finished the first full mission. First full network, second mission. Not sure how much longer I'm going to go. I might look at one more mission. How are we doing, chat? James. I don't know who else is in chat. I can't really see right now. Are you playing along, James? Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay, cool. Well, I think I may call my part of the stream at this mission for now. Been streaming for, I'm not even sure how long. What time did I start? Let's do one more. Forget it. We'll do one more. Okay, network unlocked. Let me zoom out. So from this page, we can see all the different networks within the game, within volume 1 of the game. So we just completed network 1, which is this, and you can see all the different endpoints that we hit throughout network 1. And you can see that there are a total of 8 networks in volume 1. And they do get harder as we go along. So now network 2, mission 2A, we'll see here that we have 4 devices to start. I'm going to use curl, discover web server owner, using ping, learning how to terminate ping, use curl command and find owner of network and find dealer IP. All right, let's start. Hi again, base case. Got a shortcut for you. Instead of clicking on the little chat bubble in the taskbar, you can hit the control space key to open the Nitro Messenger when you start a mission. You can also use control space to do the next part of the message. You can also reopen Nitro this way anytime it's closed. Moving on, it looks like we're about to find out who got paid to do this part of the job. I'm getting a direct message from Decker. Decker's a member of the Dealers faction. She helps us Cybermancers occasionally, for a price. What's up, Base Case and Rascal? Gungnir sent me to help you guys hack this network. I recognize this as another Dealers network, but I'm not sure whose. My advice is to use the ping tool to make sure the network is accessible. The website is also accessible, so use the curl tool to view it. I hope that's helpful. Okay, you heard the lady. Let's use ping and make sure the network at this IP address is open for business. Ping is a tool we use to test if a device is active and if you can access it. Test ping IP address. Yeah, James, I definitely will relabel the streams afterwards. Type ping IP address with this IP. Whoa, that disappeared. With this IP address being this network's IP address. Ping 191.192.1.124. Now, make sure to note this IP address starts 191, not 192. I know a lot of people who are familiar with IP addresses will automatically put 192 first, and then the command fails and they don't understand why. And it's going. As you can see, ping will continually provide you information. We need to manually stop it so we can move on. Among Us AI, we call this interrupting the process. To do this, you need to hold down the control key and then hit the C key. If you want to learn more about ping, check your manual or type man command. Now that we know the network's accessible, we need to use the curl tool to dig up some data from its website. We'll use this data to hack further into the network. Yeah, we were doing a demonstration the other day where we had some people just play on the game a little bit, and we started them off in this network on this mission, and people kept anyone who had any familiarity kept typing 192.191 and just flipping these around, because that's just, we're familiar with 192 being the first, triplet there. Yeah, it was pretty funny. curl stands for client URL. It will fetch data from the URL website and return the data as raw text in the terminal. To use curl, you will type curl http:// IP address with 191.192.1.124 being this network's IP address. All right, curl http://191.192.1.124. All right, we have a web page. Dealer alleyway. There's some style information, the body of the site. We have an index.html site, services.html, about.html. The only time I will fail is if you hire me to fail. Cool, I've highlighted a web address, catalyst.com, in the raw text that I think is important. I bet that URL resolves to curl to 191.192.1.124. Look, there's another link that points to a different section of the site. We can actually curl that link to see what's inside. Let's give this a try now by typing curl link, with the link being catalyst.com/about.html. And I'm going to cheat, quote unquote cheat, and use copy paste. Curl http:// catalyst.com/about.html. And let's see. Dealer alleyway about. There's that index, services, about. Callus is one of the most feared dealers on the grid. He can get into almost any system and take over any server given enough time and information. He has worked with many individuals and factions, but finds the working relationship he has with Cerberus most tolerable, especially considering how much the Agent 21 Lord paid him for work. Okay. Freak, I know this guy. Callus is a member of the Dealers faction, but he's a scoundrel. He's known for creating some of the nastiest cyber viruses on the grid. This is really bad news. With Agenda 21 as the financier behind these cyber attacks, we can expect damage on a global scale. Before I can decode a username and password, I need one more piece of data, an IP address. See what else you can find on the website. So let's go ahead and go. We did services. What else did we check? We checked about. We checked services. Let's go ahead and a trick that they haven't mentioned. I don't know if they actually mention it, but it does work just like it does with a traditional command line. Is using the directional pad on your keyboard and going up pulls up your last command, and you can go up and do as many commands as you've gone and entered in this instance of the terminal. So let's see, let's do index.html. No, all right. Let's see. Let's see if there's another IP address in here somewhere. So I curled the IP address. That gave us the main home page. I curled index.html. I curled services. And I curled about. So here's the about page. I curled index, and that didn't give. You know what? Let's see. Just the main website here. Oh, I don't think I did. Huh, I never did services. I did about. Let's do services.html. There we go. Bitcreds will be listed on this IP address. Payments will be completed via secure Bitcred transfer. That's perfect. 192.168.1.170 is our target. Sweet, I've done it. Let's see what we can find back here. I'm guessing nothing good. All right. Let's go ahead and keep going. I still have a little bit of time. How you doing there, James? You caught up yet? Nah, it's all good. Is any of the game audio coming through? I'm not sure if I can't hear it on my end. I'm not sure if it's coming through the actual stream or not. Okay, I'll have to troubleshoot that for tomorrow. Okay, mission 2B. Rascal has to say, we've made it into the local area network now. We call it LAN for short. This LAN is configured in a mesh pattern. That makes it efficient for each server to talk to all the other servers quickly because they're all connected to each other. There is a weakness to the mesh network setup. If you hack into just one of these servers, you can theoretically connect to any of the other devices on the same network. We're going to need to figure out which one of these devices has information we need to stop the cyber attacks. Luckily, Decker discovered our next target. I'll log you into their device. You can use the File Explorer or commands in the terminal to navigate through the device. Don't forget, you can always check what username and device we're currently logged in as by using Who Am I. Got it. Okay, so the clicks and the sound effects are coming through, but the music's not. Okay, I'll have to check that out. The music's been touchy for me in my install of World of Haiku, so I'll have to either just have some background music going or figure something out there. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Who Am I? I am Catalyst Admin. All right, let's see. I personally want to start with the File Explorer. Systems, Home, Documents, SQL that I cannot just open, ABM report. Company name, Allied Business Machinery, ABM. United Corporate Alliance. Current stock valuation. ABM is a multinational arms manufacturer, distributor, and mercenary contractor. Overview of their clientele files. It is clear ABM holds strong ties and works closely with the U.S. government, particularly with their police and military forces. Following the crash of 41, ABM became the foremost weapons manufacturing conglomerate after absorbing the majority of its small competitors in the weapon tech space. Currently run by wealthy playboy and philanthropist Thomas Stark. The company's values reflect strong patriotism, and its current management has a penchant for very gung-ho and impulsive decisions to help keep their strong leadership position on the market. ABM proves to be a valuable target due to their strong connection in beefing up the UCA armed forces and its sphere of influence from its sheer size and equity. Still awaiting further information from ACAN's sources regarding their server security and size of their sentry force, particularly within their unmanned weaponry division. Okay, don't forget you can always check what username and device. Oh wait, next message. That's ABM, Allied Business Machine. They're the world's largest advanced weapons manufacturer, and they are one of the targets of the cyber attacks. Okay. Let's finish reading the files we have in here. October report. October Guard Industries. Agricultural Megacorp utilizes high-end agri-tech farming procedures to create a huge supply of food. October Guard Industries also creates large-scale urbanized farms to sustain production. Food products are then released to the public through various distribution centers found in all 5 of the New World Order domains. There are difficulties in getting into the main systems and shutting down the core farming facilities. However, it should be noted that there are cyber weak points in the distribution and supply chain facilities. Supply chain. If there was a collapse in this area, the resulting effects would be tremendous. Food would no longer be able to reach the public. Millions upon millions would face a massive food shortage, which in turn would cause death by starvation to skyrocket. Go away, Hinta. I do not want you right now. OGI, that's October Guard, the world's largest food production megacorp. Looks like it's a cyber attack target. And let's go ahead and go into targeted facilities. Hey, we got stock symbols here. Let's go into memos, flight confirmation. Your flight is available for check-in. Please arrive at least 10 minutes early. That doesn't seem like anything. Payment. Send it to your IP address. In return, you are to fill your part of the cyber attack at the same time we launch our attack from our hub. Send confirmation of the completion of your contract to us when you are done. We must accelerate the timetables on the attacks now since the Zion file was stolen and is the only real threat to the Horsemen. To do. So they still need to test the virus, and they still need to find the kill switch. Okay, so let's go up. Okay, let's go into downloads, Cyber Shop receipt. Ooh, they got some VMs there. Stock portfolio. Alright, let's see. Ooh, the stock symbols of the major megacorps. I definitely think that's important to record. Okay, let's go up and we're looking at email now. Let's look at inbox about the new dealer. I've heard there's a new dealer making waves. Her reputation sounds impressive. It appears many of your peers admire her skill set. What can you tell me about this Decker? Data pull request. The viruses are almost done. We just need some more information on the two megacorps to make sure we have the right target pinpointed. Day of exploitation. Can you make me a quick directory of the network vulnerabilities? Overview report. I need you to compile brief reports for the following megacorps: OGI, AZS, LNW, and ABM. Of course, if you are able to locate any points of weakness, you will be compensated handsomely. Router maintenance. Word is October Guard Industries will be doing a security maintenance next week on their food decontamination network. We will need to reroute our connection so we're not detectable through their security firewall. Okay, inbox wasn't helpful. Let's look in sent. Oh, AZS security access. Upon your request, I've managed to create credentials under your name to access the AZS security system. Here's the email. This way, you'll be flagged as an entity of AZS and draw little attention. Let's go ahead and check notes. Did that get added? That did get added automatically. Cool. So I won't add that separately. That looks like an important file. We'd better copy that into our notebook. Looks like we got everything we can out of this dealer's network. I've sent the data to Gungnir to see what he thinks we should do next. The next network we need to penetrate will probably belong to Agenda 21, who are ranked as the most powerful elite cyber terrorist group to date. They are motivated by political, religious, or ideological causes. Their intent is to intimidate governments or sections of the population to varying degrees by seriously interfering with infrastructure. Many times, megacorps and governments will be forced to fortify their own defense against this group or hire cybermancers to stop their plans from being executed. Agenda 21 operates at purity level 1. We're headed into dangerous territory. Are you ready? Mission complete. And with that, I think I will probably be done for the day. So we got done 2 networks. James, I really appreciate you stopping by and sticking with me for the entirety of the stream. Let me go ahead and go up to full screen here. I really appreciate it, James. Let me know if you have any notes. Hit me up on either LinkedIn or Discord. And I will, tomorrow will probably be around 1:30 Pacific. I just didn't do 1:30 today because I had something else come up, as well as I didn't want to step on Jerry's already streaming of haiku. Uh, Rest of the week I'll probably try to do right around 1:30, with the exception of Thursday, because again I don't want to step on Jerry's streaming time. So other than that, have a great day, everybody, and we will catch you guys later.